Hey, it's Carolyn, and today I'm going to talk about coffee. First, want to give a shout out about my shirt. I just got these new shirts yesterday from a company called Saucetown. I will put a link for them. This one says, more espresso, less depresso. How appropriate. We're not making espresso today. We're just going to make coffee, and I have transitioned mostly from the pod makers. I do have an espresso pod maker that I got as a gift, and I cherish it and I love it and I use it. But for my daily coffee, I went back to using a percolator. This one is from Farberware. I got it on Amazon. This one is an 8-cup total because it's just me, so I only make actually 4 cups. So I'm going to show you how I do it. And for the coffee, because I think some of you are going to ask, this is the tail end. I finished the Peets. This I got at Costco. It's the Peet's Decaf dark roast, whole bean, Major Dickason blend. So that's what that is. But here we go. My water. Inside the pot, there are designated lines for the water. I measured out 4 cups, the 4-cup line. Now, it's not 8-ounce cups, it's 6-ounce cups. Just so you're aware, when they talk about a cup of coffee, they're talking about 6 ounces. So I'm going to pour that into my pot. This is already pre-measured. It's cold, filtered water from the fridge. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to assemble. This comes with a little spring. It does something when it percolates. I don't know. Just don't lose it, okay? Because it's not going to work right. So you put your stem in, and then what you have to do is wet the bottom of this. I just run water through it. And what happens there is that prevents the coffee grounds from just sifting right through. I have my coffee that I ground because I use the whole beans, and I'm going to measure out. Now, it says 2 tablespoons per 6 ounces of water. Now, I'm making 4 cups in here. So that's 4 times 6, 24 ounces. I am not going to do all of that. It's too strong for me. And I like a strong coffee. I grew up in an Italian household with espresso. So I like strong coffee. But for this, I found that I use 6 instead of 8 tablespoons. 1. And you do it to your preference. 3, 4. I'd be talking, but I would lose count. 5. And again, you do that to whatever works for you. For me, this is what happens. Now, we are in what season now? We're in pumpkin spice latte season, right? So I'm not going to make a latte, but I am going to do some pumpkin spice stuff here. And what I first do, and sometimes I'll do this even when it's not pumpkin spice season, I put a sprinkle of cinnamon on the top. You could even do the pumpkin spice seasoning on the top if you want of the coffee before you brew it. I put my top strainer on, and then I put my lid on. I set it on the stove, and then hopefully it'll light. There we go. I set it on the stove. I watch it carefully. When it starts to percolate, I have my assistant, begins with an A. I can't say it now because it'll start a timer. Start a timer for 10 minutes, and that's where we go, okay? So then I will get through. Once all that happens, I'll come back and we will work on setting up the pumpkin spice aspect of this. Thanks. Hey everybody, I'm back. I brewed the coffee, and I'm going to start showing you the process of what I do to do my version of a pumpkin spice hot coffee drink. I like it hot. This is my mug. I love this one. My collection is by Ray Dunn. I love them. This one says, I woke up like this, and I did. Just a little bit different. But the first thing I do, and because I'm going to be putting heavy cream on the top, and I'm just trying to also watch my fat and calorie intake, I'm going to take 2 ounces of milk. Actually, 1 ounce. 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons, just so you know. I'm going to take 1 ounce of milk. I'm going to put that in the bottom of my mug, because most of the time I drink my coffee black, but in this particular case, I kind of like it a little bit this way. I also add other things like the pumpkin spice mixture. Now, I don't use syrups. I don't use any of that stuff. Number one, regular sugared syrups are extremely caloric, and again, I'm trying to avoid sugars and fats and such like that. I love the Trader Joe's pumpkin butter. And what I do with this is 1 tablespoon is 40 calories. A tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. So what I initially do is I take 1 teaspoon of, oh, and this is a half a teaspoon. What have I been doing? Okay. I take 1 teaspoon, so that's 2 of the halves. I don't know why I did that. I grabbed the wrong measure spoons. And then I mix that together with the milk in the bottom. And I just kind of mix that around. It will melt when the hot coffee gets in there, but I just kind of like to keep it going. Now, the next thing I do is I will make the topping for the drink. So again, I like organic heavy cream. This one I get from Trader Joe's as well. Trader Joe's is a huge source for me for a lot of what I cook and what I eat. I particularly like their produce because they don't spray with those nasty sprays. Even though I wash my produce, but still, everything you buy there, you know it's not going to be gnarly. Again, I put 1 ounce, which is 2 tablespoons, and that's kind of being generous for me. But that's what I'm doing. And I will put it in this cup so you can see when I blend it up what it looks like. So again, I'm going to take my clean half teaspoon and put 2 half teaspoons of the pumpkin butter in here. Alrighty, there we go. And then I have a frother that has attachments. I'm sure most of you do too, if you're going to have them. And this frother has this attachment as well. So I put the whipper attachment on instead of the frothing, although you could do the frothing. And then what I do is I just blend this up until it makes like a whipped cream consistency. And you can see this coming together here. Comes up really quickly. You don't want to overblend it because you will get pumpkin, regular butter, not regular pumpkin butter. This will go too far if you let it go, but I don't. I keep it a little on the softer side anyway for this, but I'm going to show you. So it looks like this. Okay. Okay, we're going to put this guy down. Now we're going to get the coffee. My coffee brewed for 10 minutes. I turned it off. It's been sitting since we've been chatting. And I am going to pour the coffee into my cup. Again, this is just the way I do it. You could do it any way. You could do it with cold brew. You could do it with a pour over. You could do it with a K-cup, a Keurig type of brewer. I just have discovered, going back to my childhood, the taste of brewed coffee. And I think for me, it tastes better. And the other frustration I had is I had so many of those pod brewers that broke all the time, and they're expensive. And I just didn't want to have to deal with that again. So now here we go. I am taking this cream that I just whipped up, and I'm placing it on the top. So I've got the pumpkin butter in the little bit of milk that I put in, and I have the pumpkin butter in here. And for me, it's just enough of a wonderful pumpkin taste. It's not overwhelming. It's not too much. It's not too little. And then I take pumpkin pie spice, again, from Trader Joe's. And I don't think I showed you the cinnamon. I will. And I just put some on the top. here's the cinnamon that I get, the Trader Joe's cinnamon. They're spices. I love them. I think they're a great price. Most of them are organic. The pumpkin pie spice does not say organic, but the cinnamon does, and I just really enjoy those spices. So here we go. Here is the test. See how I did. Oh, it's really good. I really encourage you to try it. I'll put the recipe or the proportions that I used, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description, and I'll link it in Facebook, okay? So, or I'll put it in Facebook as well. So anyway, enjoy your day, enjoy this pumpkin spice weather, and follow me. I'm delightful. Please hit a like and a comment on this video.